Welcome to Timber Tides and this travel tip on how to ensure and guarantee your bag does not get lost or delayed when traveling on an airline. So this travel tip is going to be checking a firearm with an airline in a checked bag to prevent a lost or delayed bag. So a couple things you're going to need. First off, you're going to need a firearm. This is a small pistol that I've carried in the past, still carry around as a concealed weapon, as well as checked in my luggage when traveling on an airline. Also, the magazine. So different airlines and different airports have different procedures. So check your local airport that you fly out of and the airline that you're flying with. They're generally the same, but there are a couple nuances between each one. So ammunition has to be stored out of the fire. The firearm has to be clear and no magazine loaded in, as well as the ammunition has to be loaded in a proper container. Proper container would be the packaging that the ammunition came in, or a magazine. For me, this is the easiest way. So as long as the firearm and the magazine and the ammunition are separate, you're good. The other thing you're going to need is a travel case. So I use this. This case actually came with this firearm. So I like this one. It's nice and small. It's got foam padding on the inside, as well as two different places to lock. Again, some airlines require you to have two, some only one, but the key here is to be able to prevent, if you only have one locking mechanism, to be able to prevent this one side from being opened and slightly opened a little bit. I don't know, they say that maybe somebody can sneak their hand in and get it. So I like this one because it's got two separate locking points. The other thing you're gonna need is the locks. So I use these loop style TSA locks, and these are, you can open these, the TSA can open these with a small tool that they have. So I use these two to lock both sides of the case. So what I do, open the case. You can, firearm does not have to be, action does not have to be open. Put the firearm and the ammunition in. Close the case. Lock the case, and there you go. So the case is now locked. Ticket agent is happy with that, and then this case will go inside your checked luggage, which will then be locked. So what they'll do is when you declare you're checking a firearm, they'll give you a small form to fill out with roughly 5 questions. It's your name, where you're going, and that you have a firearm, and that the magazine is out of the weapon is clear, and the ammunition is stored in the proper way. And so they'll put that form inside the checked luggage, and then they'll put it in the computer that this particular bag has a firearm in it. So they'll then take the bag and normally, as it normally goes, into the belly of the airplane and travel away. So on the backside, to collect your bag, what you'll need to do is go to the airline baggage area that you flew on. You'll need to show a picture ID, and what they do is they particularly, one of the airline agents grabs that particular bag that's got the firearm in it and holds it until the owner, which is you, if you checked it, to come and match your ID with what they have on their roster. And then once that match is made, you collect your baggage and carry on. So the other thing I do is, so there's 2 reasons I check a firearm. One is protection on, whatever destination I'm going to, and the other is to guarantee that bag does not get lost or delayed, because it is they're on high alert whenever there's a firearm in a checked bag, simply because they don't want to lose it. They don't want to be liable for that. So obviously, never ever go through the checkpoint and have a firearm in your carry-on luggage. But it is perfectly safe and feasible and easy actually, to check your firearm in your checked bag. So, a couple of caveats to that. I've only done that inside the United States. I don't do that going to other countries, because other countries have much stricter gun laws, and they require you to have a specific reason to be carrying a firearm into their country, and normally that is hunting. And so obviously a pistol is not going to be used for big game animal hunting, or any kind of hunting for that matter. So usually those are shotguns, rifles, stuff like that. In a much bigger case, a case by itself, that's locked and not going in your checked bag. So I've done this a lot in the United States to great success. They've never lost my bag. And so, yeah, it's a super solid way, if you're comfortable with carrying a firearm, to check a firearm in your luggage and then ensure that that bag does not get lost or delayed. Finally, what I also do is every time, no matter what, whether I check a bag or not, is throw an air tag in there. Allows you to track that bag, and in case, if and when the airline does lose a piece of your luggage that's checked that does not have a firearm in it, you at least have, a way to show them where it's at, and be able to track where that bag's at. Hope this was helpful in preventing lost or delayed luggage when traveling on an airline. As always, have a good one, and see you next time on Timber to Tides.